meeting an old friend again. Take good care of this one.
You hate to see it. You hate to see it. Our audio drama is back, and I'm big sad. But I'm Kimber Plays. Welcome back to the series. Today's episode, I decided to take all of the footage from like 3 episodes and condense it down to the most important things possible that you guys need to see. You saw we had the BMW Turbo, we had the Baja truck, now we hit a John Cooper Mini Cooper in a wheel spin, and we're able to unlock another Horizon Festival location. You can open up the V10 in the Baja series. So we're going to be bouncing around a little bit, but I'm excited to show you guys everything that's been going on. We unlocked the Dodge Viper, one of my favorite cars of all time. And we also had a chance to tinker with the paint job a little bit, because while it looks good in black, I always remember the Vipers coming with the racing stripes, right? Just so clean with the racing stripes. And as a Buckeye fan, the scarlet and gray, right? Had to. Super fun. The barn finds have been an awesome part of this game, and I'm excited to show you guys what we've unlocked. We drove around a little bit. We found another barn find. We had another rumor, and this was what was behind door number 1. This big beast, the scraps of a Dodge Dart. Can't wait to check out this Hemi monster and see how she's driving. And then we busted out a new paint job on this BMW, and I played some races with it. I tinkered with the tuning, and she flies. I'll pull her out in a future video. After we won a couple races with the BMW, we hit a wheel spin, and look at this, a 2019 Valhalla concept from Aston Martin, which like blew my mind. I think that's like the coolest car we've ever won. And then, you know, a cool 100,000 on top of it. But as soon as I hit this wheel spin, we had to get into this thing and take a look. Look at this crazy supercar. And I decided, after taking a look at it and being stuck up here on the mountain, we drove it home from here, and I was like, you know what? I think I might need to tune it. We might need to just trick this bad boy out. So we get back to the house. We get under the hood, right? It needs a few little upgrades, but at the very least, take a look at a couple of paint jobs as well. So here's the tuning part. I wanted to show you guys, because this is something I haven't really done very much. We've pretty much driven everything stock, but there's all sort of like custom tunes that people from the community have already sort of added to the car. And I didn't have a level X maxed out vehicle, so I said, you know what? Let's freaking do it. It's going to give us 10s basically in every single category of the vehicle. It's by far going to be the coolest car we own. $30,000 out of our 1 million credits to upgrade it fully. Said, you know what? Let's pull the trigger. Right? So we save that and we slide over and check out all of the different paint job options that come in the game. And people do a great job in the community with different designs, right? You've got like mint greens, blues. You got some that are based off of like actual vehicles and certain like, I don't know, companies. But for me, this one was the winner. Super simple, purple brake calipers. This looks like the Batmobile. So that is our 2019 Aston Martin Valhalla, and this is the first couple seconds. Look at the acceleration. I haven't even really hit the full gas pedal. Look at how fast I didn't touch this. That is like the normal speed of the footage. I haven't even touched it. And the braking is ridiculous. I cut the turn short because I braked so fast. So look at this thing as I actually pull down the trigger. Oh my God. We're definitely going to be using that to get from point A to point B. So from there, we took the Valhalla, the Aston Martin, and we drove it to the mountains where we had this Carmen El Camino photo challenge. So, and I don't think we completed this in one take, but we get a chance to drive this classic El Camino through the woods, right? Through the mountains and all this terrain. And basically she says, yo, drive us there, show me a picture of the statue. It was just, obviously, it was a huge change of pace from driving an Aston Martin supercar, but still very cool. And the car looks great. The cloud reflections look fantastic. I mean, the graphics in the game are stellar. So it was kind of cool to kind of like see the world at a slower tempo, you know? Because when you're in the Aston Martin or any of those super fast cars, the Porsche, you're just flying. You can't even pay attention. The cars don't even spawn in. It's nuts. So they tell us to go off road. It's like, I don't know where I'm going. It looks like the barn finds because you got this purple circle. So I get a little lost in here because I don't know exactly what I'm looking for. It just says take a photograph in the location near the statue. Well, this looks like a big open field in a river. So what are we looking for? And then this lady says, there it is. I was like, wait, I don't see anything. What are you talking about, Carmen? And as we flip it around, looky here, right in the water. I was like, wait, look at this thing. There it is. It's like the ruins in the water. Which is pretty cool. And we got a cool like little action scene with the dust of our car kind of popping up. Easy enough. We knock out that first stage, that first chapter, if you will. I'm not sure how many are left. We'll obviously like get through the rest of them. But that's kind of fun. You just basically drive a car and get to a location, take a picture. Easy enough. 3 stars. We unlocked another Horizon Festival location because of that. And I figured, you know what? We just need to throw everything on the map. So here's Titan, the Baja like culminating event. We'll dive into that soon. Straight into another barn find. And remember, I'm super cutting this because my audio is busted. The footage looks great, but the audio is busted. And I said, you know what? Instead of separating it out into multiple videos, I'll just cut through this and tell you guys exactly what happened. So we check out this thing. I don't even know what this is yet. They didn't give us like a ton. It says that's a 250 GTO. Absolutely nuts. Can't wait to see that thing get dusted up and cleaned up. And then we slide over to the Horizon test driver event. And we get a chance to check out this super dope Hoonigan. We've got to go from point A to point B. And here we go. Horizon Rush test driver. Basically, we just get a chance to like drive around and see what the area is like that we've recently unlocked. I love the Hoonigans, the Ken Block racing cars. They've all been super fun. Every one of them that I've gotten, I've enjoyed driving. I don't think any of them are bad. So that's been really cool. But yeah, I thought this was a pretty solid couple episodes. Like I said, I'm sorry that the audio is off. It's frustrating. It's one of those things where when you sit down to record, if I don't double check before I hit the record button, the entire time I recorded all of this footage, it sounds perfect in my ears. So to give you guys a little bit of a like kind of recap of my setup, I've got my gaming PC, which is a pretty nice one that I got a year ago, and I run all my audio through Go XLR. And I think from when I moved into my new house and unplugged my PC for the first time and transported it, ever since then, it's the first time I've had like little audio glitches. Sometimes it would happen when I'm live on Twitch. I'm noticing a lot now when I record. I would say it's like every 4th time, 1 out of 4, 25% of the time when I turn on my PC, I have to double check and make sure the audio isn't robotic and kind of choppy. It doesn't change like what comes to my ears. What comes to my ears is absolutely perfect, but what gets sort of recorded and saved into the file is bad audio. So you can easily sit down and play like I did for 2 or 3 hours at a time and have no idea that the audio is going to be bad until you get it into the video editing software. So I'm big sad, but I thought a lot of this footage we could chop through and I could explain what's going on as we race through this test driver event, taking out guardrails. The hard part about a lot of these is I'm trying to beat this time in the top left corner, so I've got to get there in 5 minutes, and I'm really pushing it, and I'm not driving very safely, so you end up like sliding off the road a lot, and you're unfamiliar with the car. I've never driven this car before, so yeah, it's a little bit tricky, but you know, we're having fun with it. It's just cool to just drive around and break stuff and go as fast as you can through the mountains, whip around other people's vehicles. Look at this. Nice little slide between those 2 vehicles. They gave me credit for a lucky escape. How dare they? There's a great drift. Let's go. Let's freaking go. Absolutely loving it. We're getting super close to the end of the story. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to play out all of the other events, all of the other like missions that are important. And then at the end, we're going to do the big 5 or 6, like basically the culminating event. There's like a couple long races. There's something called the Colossus. There's the Goliath. There's Titan, which we showed earlier today. There's basically like a big, huge final race for a couple of these areas. And I think I'm going to save those for consecutive episodes. So we'll get all this other stuff out of the way, and then we'll kind of do like the final boss battles. That's going to be the plan. This was super cool going through the switchbacks in this Hoonigan. I actually really enjoy sort of this part. There's a couple like drift zones that you can unlock in the game when you're not in the middle of a mission that I think are kind of fun. Sort of because you're going back and forth. It feels like running suicides in basketball, right? Like with your sports team, whether you played football or basketball or baseball. Usually you had to like you and a team just like run back and forth from point A to point B, and it feels a little bit like this. So they do a decent job sort of giving you something fun to do with the drift zones while you get through here. So obviously we're just trying to fly through this as fast as we possibly can. Yeah, it's kind of fun. As we were sneaking up on the last couple spots, trying to get to the 5-minute and 20-second mark or below. I don't think we're going to make it. I think we're going to come up a little bit short, but we are trying, man. We are flying our butts off as quickly as we can. There we go. Big turn coming up. Nail it. Oh. Lost it. Oversteer. Come on. I guess that's understeer, right? Understeer if you aren't able to complete the turn. Oversteer if you can cut it too short. Cool that the cars are still out on the road. Pretty fun. They add a lot to these racing like elements, having to avoid the cars. Pretty cool little addition. I think we're racing a train. I think the game is trying to make us race a train as we go in a tunnel going right underneath the mountain. It's pretty cool. Well, bam. As we miss our turn, I just came like shooting out of there. I was going so fast. Luckily there's no checkpoints. So we're almost there. I think we just missed the 520 mark. Yeah, we just missed 3 stars, barely. I just completely overshot. Luckily, there was no cross traffic because we would have been T-boned and absolutely dead. There we go. Our boy Juan, 2 stars. The first leg of the Horizon Rush test driver event. Here's the second option. Pretty fun. We get to rock the same vehicle, which I like. And here we are. He says, I built a small route through the mountain in these switchbacks. And sort of like I was saying, you just kind of do a couple different drifts. I didn't get off to a really good start. But yeah, you're just kind of like zipping back and forth. I think it's kind of fun. Getting a little squirrely. Losing it completely. I kind of like was like a J turn. It kind of worked. It's like the least efficient way to make that turn. To spin the opposite way. You know, it is what it is. And there's vehicles down here. Try not to hit them. We're all over the place here. We are all over the place. I'm trying to drift and get some points, and the game's not giving me credit for any more than 7,000. Kind of an ugly start, and then going way too fast. This is a decent one, though. That was decent. I think the key to this, now that I'm looking back at the footage, is to go a little slower. Because as I run into those rocks, I don't think the game benefits. You're not benefited by going like super fast. And obviously you have like a time remaining, but realistically, you just need to go. You just need to get as many points as possible. That's a good drift there. Little E-drift. Okay. We're just trying to rack up as many little skill points as possible. We've hit the minimum tier, but I don't know. I'd like to try to get 3 stars on all of these if I can. You know? As we build up the speed and then just literally hit the E-brake. Take out a million pieces of the guardrail. Just literally throw it into the wall. Just craziness. Woo! Almost flew off the bridge. There we go. There's a couple. There's a few. As we slide off the road. Up to 14,000 and counting. Not bad. Come on. Come on. There we go. Almost to 60,000. Up to 47 as we've literally run into a car. I don't think I get credit for like head-on collisioning with people. I don't think it's that kind of game. But the hard part about this is you're trying to like generate skill points, but other than the switchbacks, you're pretty much just driving on normal streets. As we get a good drift there. That one helped out a lot. 2,400. Too bad we didn't string it together with another couple tricks. But yeah, look, it's like pretty much straight driving unless I'm in the switchback. So I just sort of start throwing it throughout some of these just to try to give me a chance at some points or drive right up next to people. That one says we traded paint, which is nuts. Literally ran into that man. And there we have it. I believe that's only good for 1 star. I tried my best. I tried my best. Juan says, good effort. Good effort, bro. 1 star. Not our best effort. Almost got 2 stars. And then the last part. This one's called High Jump, and we get the AMG 1 from Mercedes. And I could already tell this was going to be nuts. As soon as I saw the title. Honestly, though, while the AMG 1 is sick, and we used it in the very, very first episode, obviously it's stock. My brand new Aston Martin is faster than this. And it even feels quicker. So there's like legitimately more acceleration. So not to say that this isn't cool, because it is cool, but I would love to get one of these and get a chance to fully trick it out, because this thing, knowing how the Aston Martin is, like that's pretty much the only thing I care about now. That's the one I want to drive. Here we go. Trying to get to the high jump location. We did this actually in a most recent episode with the Hoonigan, but here we are in the AMG 1. Going up to the danger sign. What? Oh, beautiful. As the sun's starting to set. Just literally gonna crash. Crashing and dying. 1,500 feet. Pretty sick. Pretty sick. We damaged the Mercedes. Pretty bad. Paint job's all busted. License plate's gone. 2 stars. We almost hit the 1,500 foot mark. I don't know what I would have done different. We get a chance to unlock one more Horizon festival location. We're gonna dump it into Catch Me If You Canyon, which we'll do in a future episode here too. But yeah, I think there's like kind of like a finale in pretty much every one of the episodes, or one of the areas, the festival areas. We'll just hammer through those as we go. But thank you guys for the love and support. We got through a lot of content today. It was a super good episode with a lot of really good stuff to show you guys, and I appreciate your patience with the audio drama. So I love y'all. Thanks for the support. Have a wonderful holiday if I don't talk to you before. Until next time. Peace.